What's up? What's up? What's going on? It's Brian Davis here. I got my webcam on, so you should see somewhere at the bottom left or right. You should see me. My name is Brian Davis, the creator of the Boss Life Fitness Elite Coaching Program, where I help people transform their minds and their bodies and save time while doing it. Okay, so you can create the bodies of your dreams, get properly empowered to continue that on to the rest of your life. And I created this cheat sheet, man, because I hear so many people talking about that they don't know what to get whenever they go to the grocery store. They have no idea what to eat whenever they go out. They just really lack the nutritional education, just the proper fundamentals to have a healthier lifestyle. So I made this cheat sheet to take around with you. Wherever you go, you can have it printed out. It's nice and beautiful to look at, or you can have it downloaded right there on your phone. So whenever you're out at the grocery store, boom, you can be like, okay, let me go ahead and make sure I have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hacks in my cart. I'm good to go, and I'm on a better route to optimizing my health and fitness level. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, this is the 5 Boss Nutrition Hack Cheat Sheets. So right here, look, I say when it comes to your health and fitness, it can get very overwhelming with so many diets, fads, and all this misinformation, right? So I'm here to give you what it really takes to reach your peak health and optimum performance to finally stop this yo-yo lifestyle that you have been living. And I know you've been living the yo-yo lifestyle because most everyone I talk to, they've been up and down, up and down, up and down. They can never keep a consistent frame, even though your body is screaming for you to do that. So let's go ahead and dive into these hacks, okay? So let's say you're at the grocery store. Number one, hack number one, quality food. What is quality food, right? So I say here, right, quality over quantity. When looking at food choices, avoid most things that are not grown from the ground. What does that mean? That means avoid processed foods as much as possible. As much as possible. Those are not the highest quality foods that you can get. Now, for right now, we're not going to really focus on organic and non-organic. We're going to focus on what your budget allows you to purchase, okay? Because you can always wash your fruits and vegetables, but things that are not grown from the ground, right? I want to just import. I want to stress that. So you want to get foods that are grown from the ground, vegetables, nuts, seeds. The oils that are made from certain foods that come from the ground. You really want to focus on eating foods in that category. And those are more quality of those that are in boxes and processed things like that. So second point, stay away from foods. Stay away from as much processed foods as possible. So anything that says low fat, fat free, low sugar, sugar free, no trans fat, understand that these are ploys to trick you into thinking that those are quality foods. They're not quality foods. For example, if something says low sugar, it's high in trans fat or saturated fat. If something says low fat, it's high in sugar. They're just tricking you to get you to buy their products and to making you think you're eating quality food, but you're really not. So stay away from foods that say that. Also, this is a side tip. Stay away from food that says hydrogenated oils, partially hydrogenated oils. You don't want to do that because those turn into trans fat into your body, and that really aids in arteriosclerosis, which is pretty much hardening of your arteries, clogging of your arteries. Okay, so you don't want to do that. And also, this is key. If it has a nutrition facts label, it is processed. Okay, if it has a nutrition facts label, as far as if it has the nutrition facts, but here's key: if it has ingredients, it's a processed food. Okay, it's processed. Notice that your foods that are grown from the ground usually don't have nutrition facts labels, right? They don't have that on there. They don't have ingredients because it's just one natural food source from the ground. So just keep that in mind. Right, so just be mindful. It's okay to consume it, but I just want you to be mindful of that fact. Let's move on to hack number two. Hack number two is the first three. The first three is very important. Okay, so whenever you're looking at a back of a nutrition fact label, the first three ingredients are the most prominent ingredients of the whole food. Okay, so for example, here, if you see milk, high fructose corn syrup, and enriched flour, those three ingredients combined they're like the most abundant of that food source. Okay, so just be mindful of that. So whenever you're looking at the back of the ingredients, you can be like, okay, the first ingredients is sugar. Wow, that's probably the most ingredients that one is probably the most abundant of all. So I may not want to get this particular food item. You move on to something else, right? That doesn't have sugar as its top three ingredients. It may be, if you're getting peanut butter, it may be roasted peanuts. It may be um, roasted peanuts. Like that's it, right? And maybe and maybe some oil, not hydrogenated oil. Okay, just keep that in mind. So let's move on to hack number three. Hack number three is get colorful, okay? So you want to introduce colorful foods into your regimen to ensure that you're getting the proper micronutrients to ensure top hormonal health, right? So I give you some example here. It's like red fruit and vegetables are anti-aging. Orange and yellow vegetables, they decrease cancer risk. Blue and purple fights off inflammation. Green is really fiber rich, and white is good for hormonal imbalance, okay? So just you want to, whenever you're at the grocery store and you see this stuff and you look, okay, do I have enough color in my basket, or is everything bland and in boxes? So I just want you to be mindful of that, right? So hack number four is hydration. So you want to drink half of your body in weight in ounces of water per day. So I'll give you an example here. If you weigh 180 pounds, that's approximately 90 ounces of water per day. Be sure to get that throughout the day. It's very important. Remember, you're made up of 90%, or not 90, but between 70 and 80% of water. Okay, so you want to give your body what it needs. So drop the sodas, drop the sweet teas, drop the colored drinks. Just enjoy you some water. It's very refreshing. And finally, hack number five, dense versus dunce, okay? This is pretty much smart, dense foods versus stupid foods, right? So I'm going to give you an example here. So smart, dense foods will be your best bet, all right? So for example, 400 calories of colorful, dense foods versus 400 calories of a cheeseburger will fill you up and last longer. Because what's happening is your body is getting 400 calories of cheeseburger, but your body's like, you've given me stupid food. Like I still feel hungry, I feel sluggish, like I'm not getting any nutrients. So be smart whenever you are choosing your food sources. Be sure you're choosing smart, dense foods, not stupid, dunce foods. Okay, and I give you some example here. Dense foods are green leafy vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Okay, dunce foods is processed meats, fast foods, greasy foods, dairy, and processed meats, right? Those are the dunce foods. And I stress processed meats because like the deli meat and the counter, like all that stuff is just not good for you, okay? And so right here I have a link. If you want to join our Facebook community, you just go ahead and click that. It's the Boss Life community. It's where we run challenges, we uplift, we empower you to continue this for life. Okay, and also click here to have a strategy session with me personally. This is where you hop on the phone with me, and if not me, a member of my team. We pretty much we figure out what your long-term goals are. Figure out what exactly you need to get there, and then if we're a good fit, we may invite you to work with us one-on-one, so we can go ahead and get you there faster than you can do by yourself. Right, and then at the bottom here, that's me, and it's a little description of me, and that's pretty much it. And so this is the 5 boss hack cheat sheet. And just for you watching this video, I'm going to give you a bonus here for watching this. Okay, so number one, you get that free complimentary strategy session with me personally, and also I'm going to tell you how you can use this to enjoy some foods that you may love that I may consider not to be too good for you. So if you're gonna treat yourself, we don't call it cheat meals, we call it treat meals. Okay, if you're gonna treat yourself to something of that tastes good but that's not too good for you, make sure it's of quality, right? So number one, make sure it's of quality. Make sure it's from organic grass-fed sources. So if you're gonna have some dairy, make sure the milk and all that stuff comes from high quality cows. If you're gonna have the meat, make sure it's of high quality. And also if you're gonna buy something that's processed, that you're treating yourself, make sure the first 3 ingredients isn't too terrible. Make sure it's of high quality sources, right? Make sure there's zero high fructose corn syrup. We stay away from that here. Also, if you're going to treat yourself, make sure you counterbalance it with some colorful foods, right? Make it look pretty, okay? Just because we tend to eat with our eyes, right? So we see something that's beautiful, and we're gonna think that it's good. And number 4, hydrate with your treat meal. And also hack number 5, be sure to counterbalance your dense. Make sure you have some dense foods in there with the mixture of the dunce foods whenever you're treating yourself, okay? So that is it. Again, be sure to join our Facebook community, the Boss Life community. Become a boss, treat yourself like a boss, live like a boss. So you want to join bosses, right? Let's go ahead and do that. And make sure you take advantage of this strategy session here. As soon as you get this, just click it, schedule it. It's 100% complimentary, okay? We're going to map out a game plan on this call and see if we're a good fit, and we're going to make it happen, okay? So this is it, Brian Davis. I'm signing out. and you have a magical day. Continue to live life like a boss. Later.